Alright, this is Chance. He is roughly about 2 years old. I've put 3 days of groundwork on him so far, and this is where we're at. So basically what we've been working on in the last 3 sessions, including this one, is just trying to get him used to the rope, throwing it around him. Most of the process that I've been trying to work on with him is just touching his legs and his feet. He really doesn't like that, and he's really skittish. The first night I brought him home, I tried to touch his front legs, and I couldn't even get to his shoulder. He just didn't even allow it. And the first time I worked with the rope, he was really jumpy. Every time I'd throw the rope, he would spook. He would, try to run me over. He would run around in circles, prance around, kick, whatever, you name it, he did it. The other thing that he did was when the rope would touch his hind legs, he would kick as hard as he could, which is dangerous, extremely dangerous, and I'm glad that I used my head and I tossed a rope around him first instead of just trying to pick up his feet, because I would have gotten kicked. He's a really skittish horse, so this rope kind of stuff is the best thing for him, and once I'm sure he's completely capable of handling the rope, I'll move on to, like a rolled up feed bag and touching him with that. Another thing I did the first night I got him was just pat him. Not pet, but pat. He didn't like the sounds of it, and he was kind of freaked out about me raising my hand, and I didn't do it hard, just, patting him like I would pet him if he did something good. And he just didn't like it. He doesn't like the movement, and he doesn't like the sound. But he's doing a lot better now. Like I said, we've only had 3 sessions, and this is where he stands now. He's no longer kicking at the rope. He is flexing both ways, including down towards his chest. He's pretty light on the halter, honestly. He doesn't pull or bulk or freak out or anything like that, so, that kind of stuff, he's not too bad. He is a little weird when you try to come at him. He panics a little bit and starts backing up, doesn't really want to be touched, and then when he realizes that you're okay, he's like, alright, cool, I'll deal with this. I'm not sure if he was mishandled or if he was just tossed in a field and not handled, but he's just kind of an odd horse, and I know he'll warm up to me a little bit. So he is a little bit weird about first picking up his feet, but after a couple tries he usually settles down. A lot of it is just he doesn't really know how to balance, and so right here I accidentally tripped and fell forward and scared him, and he kind of reared, but not a big deal. Horses need to deal with that kind of stuff because people do trip, people do a lot of dumb things, and they need to understand that it's okay. But as you can see, he does start to pick it up a little bit better. Treats in this case help miraculously. Like I said, petting him scared him, so I got out treats and kind of made quick friends with him with the treats. But I'm not going to allow those to go too far. Once he gets to the point where I know that he understands that me petting him is a praise, I'm going to be taking the treats away, because I don't want him to get too nippy. I don't want him to get to be the point where he's expecting food all the time. But for right now, that's what I've got to help kind of get him to trust me a little more. Overall, he's not too bad. I think once we get down with the groundwork and get him to the point where he's not spooking, I think he'll be a pretty solid horse. He's very extremely intelligent. I mean, he's just picked up on so much already in the last 3 days. He is extremely smart. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get in the saddle with him. Here in this clip, I'm working on lunging him. I'm not expecting anything big, just basically that he doesn't run me over or kick or anything stupid like that. He gets the concept of it once you get after him a little bit. Otherwise, he tries to stop and stare at me like, what am I supposed to do? He disengages. That was one of the first things I taught him, because he just kept running in circles, and disengaging his hindquarters just kind of taught him how to stop and sit still and relax. But he will get there in time. I think he catches on so easily that probably in the next week he'll be lunging at a walk and a trot, as well as picking up his feet and probably standing still a little bit better. But for now, that's all I've got. I hope to have more soon. I'm trying to video as much as I can with him. I've already missed the first 3 sessions, so I'm really bummed about that, especially because I want to make sure I capture the hard things, because so many trainers are good about posting, oh, it's so easy to train your horse to do this, just this and this, but they're working with a horse that's already trained and knows what it's doing, so you don't really understand how to troubleshoot. And I think that's one of the main things I want to try to do with Chance here is just to teach you how to troubleshoot, and honestly, he's the perfect horse for it because of how spooky he is. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, and I'm so pleased that you have all taken interest in Chance and watching our progress together and watching him kind of bloom. So again, thanks so much for watching, thank you for your support, and thanks for joining us here at the Equestrian Dream Machines.